How was it leaving a place that was basically all you guys knew, right?
Politics in California is going to continue to drive people out.
You know, and that's going to affect California a lot.
It seems like you're in wilderness and you're kind of in the middle of the city.
Today we're going to be talking to a couple that lived in California for over 70 years. This couple called Los Angeles home, and we're going to go over their story of moving up to the Portland, Oregon area. You're going to want to watch to the end to see if this move from California to Oregon paid off. Hey, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, I'm Tim Jackson. I'm an Oregon and Washington real estate agent. I help families just like this move to the Portland area. Today's video is going to be going over what made a couple move from California after over 70 years of living there. We're going to go over what it was like making that relocation move to a place they had never been before. We're going to go over a huge renovation project that they undertook on a historic 1 in 750 home. And then we're also going to talk about what it's like living with 3 generations inside the same house. You're going to see from this video that the move was not easy, but it was totally worth it, and they wouldn't have done it any other way.
I was in California for 71 years.
70 plus years in California. Yes. How was it leaving a place that it was basically all you guys knew, right?
After a while you get set in your ways, and we were comfortable there. Voters have ourselves to blame. In 2009 we voted to have the high-speed rail from Los Angeles to San Francisco, and it was supposed to be done by now, and they're talking about having maybe a link from Fresno to Bakersfield, which
nobody's out there.
Yeah.
Nobody's out there.
And it's like $100 billion over the projections, and it's probably never. Yeah, it's
never gonna.
But they don't want to stop it. I think it's not good decisions by politicians, but we voters voted for them.
You know, and that's going to affect California a lot. People stay in California or leave California.
But we had a homeless person living.
Oh, that's right.
Like maybe
across the street,
50 yards from our house for 2 or 3 or 4 years.
Yep, same one.
Living in a house, squatting, or in an RV?
No,
tent.
Cardboard tent, and a tent.
Well, a tent, a nice tent.
Yeah.
And you guys were in an established neighborhood.
Suburban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like a park across the street from our house.
I haven't seen it as much as I did in California, but I do see people on the 26 who on the off-ramp with signs, help, and need food or.
Yeah. When we go to Portland, we see the tents and stuff, but
not here, not around here.
Politics in California is going to continue to drive people out. The obvious thing is sales tax. You know, we pay like 8 or 9% sales tax in California, and no sales tax here. And I think there was more traffic in California, although
it was starting to get more traffic here.
Yeah, there's less smog here, and it's clearer here, and so we like the golf. We like being near family, being very near family, and one other thing I kind of like is that they're great parks to hike in. Forest Park, between Beaverton and Portland, and it's just a beautiful park with like 50 plus miles of trails, and so I did that once with a granddaughter, and I'm going to be back there. It's just beautiful. It seems like you're in wilderness and you're kind of in the middle of a city. California basically has 1 season. Oregon has 4 seasons, and I think we got accustomed to California, but it's kind of neat seeing the leaves change colors. Mm-hmm. It's not kind of, it is.
It is.
So what would you suggest to somebody, let's just say there's somebody watching the video and they're thinking about moving from, we don't have to just say California, we could include Arizona or a Sunbelt area, but what would you suggest to them or say to them if they're thinking of the move up to Oregon?
I say, my suggestion is that they test the state they're going to go to, at least for the 4 seasons, if they have 4 seasons. If they have 2, then 2, but 4 seasons, test it. So come visit your family during the summer, the spring, the winter, the fall. Yeah, and just check it out.
May, we came out just to visit,
Mm-hmm.
and Kristen took us to Pumpkin Ridge Golf Course, which is a really nice golf course. Somebody at Pumpkin Ridge made us an offer we couldn't refuse. And so we got the membership before we sold our house and bought the house.
Yes, it has 2 golf courses, a private and a public.
One thing we really enjoy is when we're on the golf course, we see deer virtually every time we play golf, and we do not get tired of that. We didn't have that in Southern California.
Have you guys been golfing this winter at all?
Oh yes, yes. We don't mind it.
Yeah, I played yesterday.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
It's blue
But-
skies, yeah.
Oh yeah. It's been frosty,
Yeah.
the course.
Eastmoreland was frosted over this morning. It looked beautiful, but not great for playing.
The course we mostly played in California, if there was a frost delay, it would be maybe a half an hour. And here, a frost
4
delay
hours.
is, yeah, two or at least 2. Yeah.
At least 2 hours, yeah.
Well, anytime you need somebody to make you look really good.
We've got your number.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was that searching for a home, like sight unseen in a state you've never lived in?
Well, challenging because first of all, we were looking for a home for just the 2 of us. And the price range we were going for was comfortable. And when Kristen called and said she found, the house, she said the house. And she described it, and she sounded very passionate about it. And
Somewhere between where Kristen was living in Bethany and Pumpkin Ridge.
Right.
Right.
That's what you were
Remember
looking
that.
for. And you provided us with probably 100.
If you're sitting here watching this video and you feel like this is your scenario that you really want to talk about how to make the move up here, then pause the video so you can contact me right here and we can chat.
We put bids in on
2 of them.
2 of them. So when we moved in on Christmas Eve,
We were without a lot of stuff for 6 months. And we did okay, not too bad.
yes.
I mean, we had to buy a couple of shoes or something like that, but we did okay. So living here with 2 different families, we all merge into one. So the ages from 16 to 76 have both the old way of doing things and the new technology of doing things, and it mashes it together. The hippie age, I missed all that. Went right by it. Now I feel like I'm in it. I'm too old to be hippie.
Never too old.
But for us to live together, there's how many generations here? 3?
3.
3 generations. So what we don't know in remote controls, our youngest granddaughter does. She knows how to handle it.
Yeah.
And everything just flows well. Just the everyday, the dinners, all the meals, the people going their separate ways in the morning, coming back together at night, and then we start all over again the next day.
Yeah. Would you say the design of the home being kind of split in 2 as well and then having the central area?
This is a very unusual layout. So to know that the grandkids are on one side and we're on the other side, it makes it like 2 different homes, except for when we have our meals.
Wow.
We're all together. But again, we bump into each other every
Sure.
now and then. More and more kids are staying at home longer and longer, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't really a factor for us, but I think it's maybe one reason for people to move from California to Oregon, because Oregon houses are more affordable.
You guys also had that love of architecture. I mean, this is a 1 in 750 home in all of Portland, being in an art piece almost.
We are. And being that his father was an art teacher,
The Oak Hills area is a national historical something.
community,
It's on the National Historic Register.
Yes.
You've even got the plaque on the front of the door.
right?
Yes.
I like the fact that we're close enough but far enough from the freeway. The 26. It's just 4 blocks away. And you can't hear it. You don't know it's out there.
Late August, the people on this cul-de-sac had a block party. We were invited, we came and we met several of our neighbors, and they're very, very welcoming. They are not complaining about us parking our cars all over the
yeah.
place.
And we have a commode that's been sitting there for 6 months.
Yeah.
Or 4 months, 5 months.
A honey bucket.
A honey bucket.
It's the bathroom edition.
Yeah, bathroom addition.
They're
They've been very,
seem
very, very
like
nice.
they're very happy to have us here.
And especially our next door neighbor, Judy, she is ecstatic about this house being renovated.
I would like to say that when we sold our house in California, our realtor did a very good job for us, and we asked our realtor for a recommendation for a realtor in the Beaverton, Hillsborough, Portland area, and he highly recommended Tim Jackson, and we are very, very happy with the work that Tim Jackson did for us in procuring and enabling us to buy this house.
He came through.
Thank you. No, thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Tim.
So that's the entire story of what John and Isabel did to get here to Portland. If you're looking to move to Portland or Vancouver, I work in both states and I'm happy to help guide you to your next place. So sign up for my headhunters list down below. You can fill out a form and give me as much or as little detail as you'd like. You can also book a phone call or shoot me an email where I will give you a tour of the city, so that way if you are coming up to visit for one of the seasons, I can give you some of the best things to do, so that way you know exactly where you want to be when the time is right to move. Thanks for watching today's video. Watch this video next, and I'll see you next week.